welcome to Frontier Opening Bell. It's the Monday, the 7th of February. I am Bosin Amofaye. Let's get you through straight. The market finishing line, a very strong closing for the week by the Nigerian bourse, 2.33% on the NGX All-Share Index. That brought that year-to-date to the doorstep of 10.3%, a very roaring way to start the new year, you'd ask me. 34 basis points down for the PRVM on Friday. On Sunday, the Egyptian market started the week on a positive reading, 44 basis points, 24 points better for the Nairobi market. The Egyptian market up by 44. The GSE finished on Friday by 0.25% to 75,206 for the largest exchange on the African continent. Let's go straight to East Africa. Quite a number of top stories making the headlines as we start the brand new week. The equity turnover for January, last reporting for the period by the Nairobi bourse, 21% down to about 8.2 billion shillings. Total bonds traded negative by 9% to about 48.8 billion shillings in the last month of January. Moody's, however, has upgraded Kenya's banking outlook to stable on the back of recovery coming through from the pandemic period to 2021. The Kenya Treasury has okayed the acquisition of a Century Microfinance Bank by Branch International. And Uganda's Purchasing Managers Index rose to 54.9%, a very strong reading from 51.5 last December, a very positive data there for the month of January on the PMI side for Uganda. And Tanzania says it's disbursed $80 million for the East African oil pipeline deal, $10 billion was what President Yoweri Museveni, Total Energies, and other partners such as Shell Petroleum signed just about a week ago. Now, Tanzania has made good on his own side of the deal for $80 million. This deal by Uganda in oil and gas will have impact across a number of countries within the East African community. Okay, so let's touch in with the West Africa and Nigeria space with the International Finance Corporation, the private sector lending arm of the World Bank, says it's investing $10 billion in Africa's every year and supporting the vaccine that we're looking to produce on the African continent. President Buhari has approved Nigeria's Data Protection Bureau, which will strengthen Nigeria's tech, fintech, and digital space. In the meantime, Nigeria's Bureau for Public Enterprises is planning to do at least 42 transactions this year. Not much was done last year. Now, the BPE is looking to do as much as possible before the President Buhari's administration wraps up by the middle of 2023. And the Central Bank for the East African for the Central African Community, the BEAC, says it's looking at the CEMAC, that is the economies of the Central African countries, to be favorable in the first quarter of this year. That will be, see how that happens by the end of March. And the World Bank's West Africa representative starts his 3-day official working visit to Ghana. Let's look at Southern Africa, by the way, because COVID-19 vaccine approval could take 3 years. That's according to the World Health Organization, as we see South Africa looking to ramp up very quickly on locally produced vaccine within South Africa, which has been the epicenter of the pandemic on the African continent. And Sojendri is ready. He says he's Sojendri ready. He has taken over as the managing director and CEO of the South African unit of Access Bank, which is headquartered in Nigeria. South Africa's Access Bank opened up in South Africa sometime last year. Now they has a new CEO in the saddle. And FNB has warned of new scams targeting customers. FNB is one of the commercial banks in South Africa, by the way. And Zambia's Ichelema holds bilateral talks with Ethiopian Prime Minister Abiy Ahmed. That's happening within the Northern African, the Horn of Africa and East African corridor, while Fitch has upgraded Banco Angolano de Investimentos to a B-. That's the outlook will be stable as well. That came from Fitch through the weekend. Let's wrap it up in North Africa. Fitch says Egypt's petrochem projects makes the Egypt a regional hub for oil and gas, while the country is reporting a net FX reserves of about 40.9 billion US dollars. That's at the end of January. That sounds close to the figure Nigeria also reported for the first month of the new year. And United Bank of Egypt says it's pumped 200 million local currency, that's Egyptian pounds, into the country's agri sector, while HNS Investment Holdings is looking to merge its distribution and industry business units into a single one, become more effective and efficient. Then Tunisia's new body line licenses recorded a turnover of 6.8 million dinars for the full year 2021. The earnings season for Frontier Africa is still apace. Don't miss some of the stories here on Frontier Opening Bell. I am Bosin Amofaya. You can watch this show again on our YouTube, Frontier Africa Reports. Subscribe, it is free. You can go online on our website at frontierafricareports.com. Read up some of our stories. Then on our social media, LinkedIn, Instagram, Twitter, and other platforms, you really find Frontier AFR or Frontier Africa Reports. Follow us, share, like, and view. We'll appreciate that. Have a great day, everyone, and I'll see you next time.